Hello and welcome back to the podcast. Fear not, dear listeners, I've shoved Ian back in the basement.
Back where he belongs.
Yeah. There was too much waffle there. I was joking. It was really nice having Ian back on, wasn't it, Bung?
No. Yeah, it's definitely very nice to get another point of view on another angles and stuff.
Yeah, I love it. I actually just love having chats with Ian about anything and everything. It always turns into you go for a 5-minute chat, you leave 3 years later. But
yeah. It's a long conversation.
Yeah, like I have so much love for both Ian and Talis, like his character and person. And it was just really nice having him back. So, thanks, Ian. You're the best.
Thank you.
But seeing as we have spoken about all of the heartbreak and things, Bungle, how did you start your Sunday? How did you feel?
Sunday, it still hadn't hit me fully. I mean, the thing that really triggered me was Sunday was when I started sorting out the player identifiable kit.
No.
So stuff that I had that was very much keys kit.
Yeah.
So like the short sleeve brown tunic with the Pit of Ambition, which is something I've had that tunic since that was my first character's tunic from when I first done the Anvil as well.
What was explain to me what the Pit of Ambition is, because I was so confused.
Okay, so obviously I took up embroidery not so long ago, and I basically did an ambition rune onto my tunic. But being the smart person I am, rather than putting the tunic on, seeing where it would look good on it, I just put the ring on the tunic and went, yeah, that'd be fine, and realised that it was sort of half tucked into my left armpit.
Amazing. Oh,
so the rune itself isn't, but the actual circle around it's sort of right on the edge of the armpit.
Yeah.
So I just thought, rather than like unpicking it and doing it all over again, I was like, no, this is the Pit of Ambition.
Amazing.
So,
oh, that's so good.
So yeah, there's that. So yeah, so doing all that started triggering me, sort of set a few emotions and stuff with going through all that equipment. Because obviously my sword was again, because it was very sort of all leaves and things like that. Very much it was Keys' sword.
Yeah.
All the necklaces I wore, because I'd gathered up a fair few over the years.
Yeah. All of our little marriage things.
Yeah, all the little marriage trinkets. I think I gave you the braid.
Yeah, and the inkwell.
Oh, and the inkwell and pen charms.
Yeah.
The little acorn bit went to Talis.
Yeah. I loved that little acorn charm actually. Did you?
Lovely little charm. Yeah.
It was our little things that we gave each other when we got married, wasn't it? So
yeah.
I got you a little acorn that you could unscrew, and inside it was oh my god, it was a really soppy, sentimental message that I'm really good at.
The smallest acorn grows
the strongest oak, or something. Yeah.
Wow. Also, I think you were still asleep at the time. We had what I am now determining is quite possibly a visit from a fae.
Oh, really?
Basically, I think it was me, Orion, Dave and Ian. This during time in, we were all sitting there. I think we'd all felt too shit to go anywhere, so we ended up just sitting at camp. Because again, I had a very heavy night. Obviously, the loss of my character, I was a little bit upset.
Yeah.
But this little girl who was accompanying somewhere else nowhere comes up and starts talking in Dutch.
Oh wow.
And I know there was I think it was a Dutch family staying next to Kit's.
Yeah.
Camp. So yeah, she just starts talking at us in Dutch, and this is early hours, probably about 9. Probably about 10, 11 o'clock in the morning on the Sunday. And it's just like, what in the heck is going on? So Ryan's just like, oh, really?
Yeah.
She says something.
I loved how many kids there were at Anvil this summit.
Yeah.
It's so adorable watching small children run around with swords and shields and whacking each other with them. And I love how much the players get into it as well. Like you could hear the academy and stuff. Which is, it's just so nice. I loved the atmosphere. Like a busiest event, but I loved the atmosphere.
I think it was pushing 4,000 people, wasn't it?
Oh God, I don't want to know. It was I mean, given the fact that I tripped over about 300 guide ropes, or actually no, guy ropes. It's definitely called guy ropes, and I will not be told differently. But yeah, so I tripped over. Yeah, I fell over so many of those, and not because I was trying to cut corners through tents, but just because they were everywhere.
Yeah.
This summer there were a lot of people.
It's fun. You can spot the tents that I spent a lot of time camping in Anvil Woods.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones which have like the guidelines on my tent are very, very short.
Yeah.
Because you haven't got the space to have the full length pull out.
Yeah. So. But yeah, I woke up. I woke up before monster muster, but because I had a very heavy night the night before, I had a little bit of a mentee bee. I had like a big bleed day on the Sunday, and I'd also shredded the bottom of my feet. Like I don't know what I'd done to them.
Jeez.
But my shoes and my feet did not agree this weekend, so I could barely walk on the Sunday morning.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's all right. I need to get new shoes anyway. They didn't survive the wet larps. But yeah, I woke up just after all of the monsters had gone, so I missed the monster battle, which I'm annoyed about, and you shouldn't do if you go and fight on the other day. So I felt a bit guilty about that. But I did hear, I think the Ryan's little, oh, that's nice, actually got me out the tent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll visit from a Fae who I think I defeated the Fae.
Yeah?
Well, I've been, in my spare time, I've been learning Dutch.
Oh my God.
So I recognised a few of the words she said, and just basically said that we do not speak Dutch.
Amazing.
I speak a little bit of Dutch in Dutch, and she just looked very confused and then wandered off and then said something about a rhinoceros.
Oh, she's so cute.
Yeah. A newshorn.
But do you want to know, so because I've only ever monstered and battled on Anvil weekends. I've never missed one. I was heading off to the loo, as you do, answering call of nature, and oh no, I was going off for a shower, actually. That's what I was doing. I was looking after myself. Good showers. Good showers in Anvil. Oof. And I heard something that properly broke my heart. All the way over by the Navarre, so all the way over by the OC entrance to Navarre, which is a good half mile, I'd say, away from that's not a half mile, but a good like third of a mile away from the Crimson Reaper camp.
Yeah.
I heard their call to muster.
Yeah.
Which is terrifying if you were the enemy. But hearing over and over again, you reap what you sow, and like the death.
Yeah.
It was heart-wrenching, because obviously we talked about this last episode. They had so many character deaths. And their prince had died, Kostya had died, Reinhardt, Leonardo was still alive, but
no, Donatello
had died. Fucking Dave. And there was a lot going on OC for me on the Sunday, and it ripped through me so much that I had a little cry to myself as I was off to the showers. It's horrible.
It's the real emotions you get from these fake characters, but it's obviously because they're your friends. It's like it's almost real.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it before. It's like I met all of the Reapers, except for Ellie, who I met at work.
Yeah,
Ellie is the reason why I LARP everybody. You can blame her.
Thank you, Ellie.
But I knew everybody first as their characters, and then secondly as their people. And it's always hard whenever a character dies, especially when they're a big and loud one. And because it's towards the end of the LARP here as well, it got a bit bubbly for little Millie's tiny little heart. So yeah, I came back from my shower, got into my kit, and then by that time the battle was over.
Yeah.
I don't know how it went. I think it went well, given the amount of Grendel monsters that were coming back.
Yeah.
I think it went very well.
I think so. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at the Winds of War and things when they come.
Yeah. But yeah, that was nice. And then I had a couple of hours at the Reapers camp, just chilling OC with them, because obviously I was not having a good time. I was crying so much.
Oh.
It's all fine. Like this is going to sound very like I might put a little violin over the top of this.
Yeah.
But it's just it was nice to have the environment where you could like just sit and chill and have a little mental break.
Yeah.
And just have a chat and a catch up with friends and then go back into RP. But yeah, I've had a very emotional 2 summits.
Yes.
I think it finally got the better of me.
Oh.
Did you just chill at the camp all morning?
Yeah, pretty much just chilled out all the morning. Like I said, prepped up all the equipment that I was giving out. Ended up giving the Pit of Ambition to Oily or Murdoch, along with the little blue column pendants that we got from Gellert when we became his staff.
Yeah.
And I said for the work that he did with the wheelbarrow, he was basically one of Gellert's staff.
Yeah.
So I gave him that.
R.I.P. wheelbarrow.
Yeah, he did mention about the unpaid bar tab. I was like, well, no, you're part of his staff, you don't get paid.
Oh my god, what a loophole.
Yeah.
That's genius.
That's
amazing.
I also dropped off one of my hip flasks with what for Goldie. He received in my will whatever my hip flask and whatever was left in it.
No, there wasn't very much left in it though, was there?
It was about half filled with Maker's Mark.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh yeah, it was a decent sized one as well. So.
Yeah, did you go up to God and create a new character, or did you do that after? I
did. Yes, I've created my new character. I did that. During the morning again. While majority of people at battle, I went and made the most of having a mostly empty God.
What's that like?
To go do that.
Like, did you just sit at a computer?
Yeah, just sat on one of the computers there because obviously nothing's connected to the internet.
Yeah.
So all the servers are there, so you do it all there. Created a new character. Rolled back into Navarre. I won't go into the full details of what my character build is. But this time he will be going on the field with a shield. So hopefully be a bit safer.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
So yeah, but I'm still going physic.
Yeah.
And basically I've not going fawn this time. It's literally going physic and guide.
Nice. Okay.
So
do you want
a little bit
which
similar
virtue?
to what I was doing? I am loyalty this time.
Wahoo!
So I've gone for a different virtue.
Yeah.
And like I said, because I was really starting to enjoy the game I was going into.
Yeah.
But hadn't fully properly got into it.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit sort of cheese going in and basically doing what your character was aiming to go towards. But it's like, well, no, I started to actually quite enjoy that part of the game.
Yeah.
Why am I going to fuck myself over and go, no, I'm going to do something completely different that I don't really want to do just yet?
No, I mean, to be fair, that is totally fine, especially when it's an unexpected character death. Yeah. Like if you'd gone, I'm going to kill off Keys this event, but then I'm going to
roll the same thing. It's pointless.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
It's just because your character dies unexpectedly does not mean that you're then barred from doing the game that you were doing with your previous character, right? So,
yeah. And basically he's been tasked by my old character to get the shield sorted.
Nice.
So it's going to be hopefully speaking to a few different guides next summit.
Yeah. Perhaps
taking a Oafen brand in regards to getting the shield done.
Okay. So back into the Ashbourne.
Yes, I'll be back in the Ashbourne. But I need to get I'm going to speak to I'll probably speak to some other loyalty guides about doing an oath in regards to getting the shield sorted.
That'd be cool. Is that Kara Shield or someone else's?
Yeah.
Nice.
Kara Shield.
Hell yeah. That would be such a nice way to round out the year as well.
Yeah, at least if I can get the groundwork done. I need to get, if I can't get the groundwork sorted beforehand, I need to get the materials for it.
Yeah. What do you need?
I can't remember. I'll have to look on the wiki. And
I know it's ilium.
Ilium is what I need to make it permanent.
Okay.
So if I can't make it permanent, I need to at least be able to re-up it.
And it's an oaken heart shield.
Yeah. This is not a plea for people out there to help me with it.
No, this is the noise is Millie typing in furiously to the wiki so that I can find out.
No, I'm making a announcement on the podcast.
I think it's always nice having little goals and stuff. Like
yeah.
I really enjoy this podcast for what it is and the fact that it's holding us accountable for what we say.
Yeah. Certainly held us accountable for certain things on the Saturday, didn't it, dear?
Which what? What was that?
Well, that was me complaining about being held accountable for Saturday and saying I'll go take the field.
Oh yeah, well yeah, but I mean you did make a promise. Like even if you'd promised Millie not on the podcast, I would have still made you go on that field.
Yeah, I know.
Like and I did feel incredibly guilty for the entirety of the Saturday.
It's fine.
But
if I really didn't want to go, I want to go on.
Yeah. Oh, well, so wood polished with an amber gilt varnish inlaid with welt silver. So it looks like that is what you need. 5 ingots of welt silver, 7 measures of amber gilt. So that, to be fair, that is
12,
not...
isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that 12 items? So yeah, I need 12 ilium.
Yeah. 12 ilium? To make it permanent?
Yeah.
Ah. But would it be worth making it temporary and then when you've got it?
Yeah, that's my plan, is if I can't get the ilium, I need... Basically, it expires E1.
Yeah.
So basically, E4, I need to have an artisan with the equipment in their thing to make that for us for E1.
That's really cool. I mean, Quill's an artisan.
He is. He's the one who made it last time.
Woohoo! Hey, look at that.
If need be, I may have to message Quill because he's not at E4.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he'd have slots available.
No, but
if
you put it in your inventory and then trade it with him, right?
I can transfer it over to him that way. But I mean, as in, if he hasn't got the build slot available, because he won't get an additional build slots from E431.
Oh, I see.
Don't think. So.
That's pretty cool, though. I haven't gone into the artisan game. I was thinking about it, maybe in another life, but I don't think I will. God, this.
It's a lot of there's a lot of good things you can make as an artisan, but it's knowing what would do well for you to make, and then if you want to sell it.
Yeah.
It's all well and good if you're working as a like a Thornborn, you're doing loads of armor and stuff for your group, and they're going out finding the materials and give it to you. You craft it.
Yeah.
But if you're just getting materials in, like you have a resource of a mine or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you're having to trade materials, build stuff, and then try and sell on the enchantments. You need to know what's going to sell and what's not, because there are some things that you can't shift for love nor money.
That's cool. I'm deep in the wiki now. I'm looking at all the shields you can craft. This is really cool. There's a shield that you can craft called the Champion's Bastion, where when you spend a hero point, you regain 1 lost hit.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You may repair the shield by expending a hero point and spending at least 5 seconds uninterrupted. Oh, okay. All right, Millie, calm down. But yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be a cool little goal for you for E4, I think, and it would be a good way of making your character hit the ground running.
Exactly. So he's going to have a goal straight away, and end up hanging out with various different people in regards to trying to get stuff sorted.
Yeah.
Because there is a way I'm going to try and get the ilium from the synod.
Wow, good luck with that.
Yes, I know.
Considering
I'm not a synod priest.
Oh my god. I mean, to be fair, would you... So, I know that you said that the reason why you don't want to be a synod priest with a congregation is because if you don't vote, that it counts as a...
It counts against greater majorities.
Yeah, but it counts... What's the word? What does it count as?
Abstain.
Yeah. So, but if you need to get stuff from synod, would it not make sense to get a congregation and then actually do the synod game? Or is it a bit not
possibly.
You?
It's one of the things where technically it doesn't need to be done by a synod priest. I need a synod priest to put a motion in, but I need to basically get them to put the motion in for me.
I see.
I believe I need to speak. I was originally going to speak with this about this with Chris, who plays the Cardinal of Vigilance.
Yeah.
Because he was the one who put me towards this is a way that you could possibly get it done.
Oh.
So,
that's
and
cool.
that's something that goes up every summit.
Yeah.
So I need to catch up with him on E4.
Okay. That's pretty cool. Oh, God, I'm so excited for E4 already, and we haven't even got to the end of the Sunday of E3 yet.
What else did you get up to? Because I pretty much just, after doing my new character, came back to camp, handed out all my things, got a bit teary.
I did EFSIS scales with Talis.
Yes, you did, didn't you?
Which was actually really good fun. It was actually really fun. Ian noticed how down I was, and kind of scooped me up, and we had a really nice little cute Agni and Talis afternoon. And we went to the Hall of Worlds because Agni's a magician. So I got myself and got a ritual performed on Talis to get him in. And oh my God, it was so funny. I did a bit of Millie humour, and I was like, now Talis, this is the way that you enter the Halls of World. You have to cluck like a chicken. You have to flap your arms. Thrice you must flap, Talis, my friend. And you must hop on one leg. And if you do it hard enough, you will get yourself into the Hall of Worlds. Ian committed to this bit so much, and he was doing it, and he was like clucking like a chicken, he was hopping, he was flapping, and I was like, I'm sorry Talis, it wasn't strong enough, you must do it again. So I got him into the Hall of Worlds. We were having a nice time. The Reapers were there. They also had an EFSIS scales to negotiate. It was really interesting learning, like looking at how other people negotiate as well. Because obviously Talis and I were going in and we just wanted money. We didn't want any resources. We didn't want this. So our negotiation was pretty easy. But there were some people leaving with huge quantities of things.
Well, it all, whatever you put in. I think especially stuff like Beggar's Lie was going very well. Yeah,
Beggar's Lie. But also they had what did they have? Lots of autumn viz, the heralds, I think, were saying. Or was it spring? It was the spring or autumn?
Be autumn, because it was an autumn herald, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It was an autumn ritual.
They tried to give us loads of autumn viz. And a ritual mage, while I once was, I am not so much anymore. So we were like umming and ahhing about it. It would have been good for the nation, but Agni and Talis at the current point in time were cold-blooded mercenaries with various different debts to pay. So
Talis is mostly a bar bill.
Yeah, well, Talis is a bar bill, but he also wants to get his spa resort built. And I'm so glad that Ian was there, because he carried me through that RP. I was still quite dissociaty and bleedy. So I was like, I was barely hanging on to Agni at this point. But he had a lovely time. He was talking to the Herald about how if he gave us the money, he would invite the Herald to the spa resort. And have a free weekend and meal with the Herald. And I was like, oh my goodness, yes, Talis is the best host. Should you have heard of the Thorns Cup or the fashion show, he provides the best baked goods and all of this. So for all of our resources, we managed to get 25 thrones.
Nice.
But we managed to haggle them up. Like, we were going to get 21, and I think it was a case of they didn't have a coin to break.
Yeah.
It was really funny. They came out and they were like, do you guys have change for a 5 throne coin? And both Ian and I went, nope. Do we look like we've got change for a 5 throne coin? I mean, Talis does. Agni does not. Yeah. But we also don't have that. So we're very kind. And they gave us a 20 throne coin.
Yeah.
Which I have never seen, let alone touched before. So instantly I grabbed the coin and ran off to show it off to the Reapers to be like, ha ha ha, look at me, I'm rich.
And they were like, oh, is that all?
They were. It was very sad. But yeah, and then that was effectively it. I think we got back to camp. Murdoch had donated some resources to the pot, so we gave him his share. I took a little bit of my share, because obviously there was a 20 throne coin. Nobody in Navarra is breaking that, so I gave that to Talis, and I was like, just give it to me at E4. Like get it broken at E4, and we'll sort it out from there. But yeah, that was our weekend, I think, Bung, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was a big one.
It was massive.
On to pastures new.
Yeah, I'm actually quite excited to meet. Like, is it going to be Gwillem again?
Gwithian.
Oh my God, Bungle.
Just call him Gwith.
Bungle. We need to have a chat about the names, my guy.
What?
Right, I know Gwithian is a traditional Welsh name, which is on brand with Navarre.
Yep.
But when I'm drunk, that is very quickly going to deteriorate.
That's fair enough, but you're not his wife, so
that's fair. I don't think
Agni
is not going to marry again.
No.
No.
One husband was enough for her.
Oh, well, no. Well, God. I mean, he was very demanding this summit.
What, by dying?
Yeah. Agni, I can't walk. Get me this.
I was stumbling around with my walking stick.
I had a great weekend RPing and observing really emotional, touching RP.
Yes. It's been emotional.
Yeah.
To quote in Lockstock.
Yeah. It's been a hell of a ride, boys.
Yeah.
But something that I didn't talk about on the Saturday actually was I went to the Reggio and I watched several Whispers Through the Back Gates.
Ooh.
And it's something that I am not quite, because like I am very good Millie wise at compartmentalizing my emotions and keeping a handle on them and things like that. But when I come to LARP, they're all there, like all my emotions. They're really, it's almost like LARP and escapism is a form of therapy.
Yeah, I can see that.
Not as cheap as actual therapy. LARP is still a very expensive hobby.
Yeah, definitely.
But it was an incredibly cathartic evening on the Saturday. And I got to witness some truly beautiful RP. Like there was, I don't know the name, I've seen the players in passing, but there was a Dornish house who was doing Whispers for, I think it was a earl or a lord. I do not know, so sorry if this was you guys, but it was one of the most beautiful rituals I've ever seen done. There was crying, there was like obviously you had declarations of love, because I think there was a couple who had been in character like things, and it was heartbreaking. The Imperial Orcs were there, and they all did this whole thing of like screaming at the soul through the void and being able to call them and be like, you can hear the voices of those you leave behind calling you through the labyrinth.
Yeah.
And oh my God, my poor little heartstrings. So beautiful. And then the Reapers did theirs for Kostya, which was even harder to watch, because it was like so beautifully Kostya. It was so beautifully Reaper. And I've said this before on previous episodes where I've had interactions with the Reapers, and it's almost like it's not my game, so it's not really my place to talk about it. But I was brought in because I had Kostya's mask and they needed it for the ritual. Yeah. I think that was just a bit to get me to come along, really. But it's a strange thing to witness a group that, I mean, I saw some photos of what the Reapers started like, and yes, anybody who's in the Reapers, you know how much I love you. I'm like your #1 fan, blah, 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 blah. And seeing where LARP takes a group, so like going from how they started to how they are now, the transformation is incredible. Like the amount of work that people put into certain groups in LARP, into like even with the Ashbourne, we put in a little bit of effort every once in a while, and it's so touching and so heartwarming when you witness it, and then it's so heartbreaking when you witness a massive change within a group. Like, you know, people change, people move on, people, you know, lives get complicated both in and out of LARP. So it was one of those moments where it was like really pivotal, and it was an honor to be, oh no, I'm crying. It was an honor to be part that ritual, even though I just watched. And I think that was my favourite part of the Saturday, was just being there to witness people being people, and having incredible emotional reactions to things, and just being there for each other. And yes, it's emotions. They're stupid. They're not. But yeah, I'm going to stop talking about it now, because one, I'm stroking certain people's egos. It's been a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely been it was emotionally draining weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely something new to experience.
Yeah.
Going through the death of the character.
How did you find it? Like, I mean, we've spoken about it a little bit, but like,
yeah.
Because how was doing the emotional side of things for you?
It was actually quite good. It was cathartic, to say the least, because obviously I managed to get a lot of RP out of it and things like that. I mean, obviously with the loss of Gel at the previous summit as well, meant obviously there was a lot of emotional RP there as well. Yeah. Telling being done this summit, me dying at the telling.
Wow.
It's it's definitely very sort of cathartic, because again, like you, I compartmentalize a lot of my feelings outside of LARP.
Yeah.
Where basically I'll push a lot of things down or just ignore things like just generic. I'm a child of the 80s.
You'll conceal, don't feel. Don't let them show.
Yeah, I think the term is an elder millennial.
Yeah.
So the end of Gen X, the last of the generations told, just push your feelings down, put it into a bottle, and don't just ignore it until it kills you at 45 from a heart attack.
You're effectively a Disney princess. You're Elsa from Frozen.
Exactly. Yeah. Just put me away in lock me away, and but no, it's very cathartic. I'd say I was drained for this entire week, emotionally, and like mentally was just absolutely out of it.
Yeah.
Because obviously there was just so much roleplay being done, so much emotion being put across. Because it's not only like, but it's also that you've also got that actual physical loss going on as well in your head, where it's like, I think I mentioned about this earlier, where it's in one of the earlier episodes, where it's not the loss of my character I'm mourning, it's the loss of the connections my character had.
Yeah.
Because now I have to do a lot of that from fresh.
Yeah.
And so there'll be some people that I won't RP with again.
Aww.
Probably.
Why not?
Just purely because there's no reason for their paths to cross.
Aww. Make a reason.
Exactly. So it's one of those sort of things where I need to do various things, and it's like, I mean, it's going to be fine and easy. I mean, all the people that I RP with are friends anyway. So it should be fine to keep going. It's more that sort of in your head, it's sort of like, well, great.
Yeah.
Starting from zero again.
But I mean, we talked about it last episode. It's that whole thing of you as Bung have developed as an RPer, and you also can now go in and explore a different relationship with people that you knew before.
Yeah, exactly. I can come at it from a different angle, and also coming as a new character, I can start flirting again.
Oh my god, I am so excited for E4.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be it's going to be another emotional event. But I'm excited for things that's going to happen. I want to see what happens in Thurunen as well.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing whether we got the numbers.
I think we did. Oh! That was something else that happened on the way up to doing Ephesus Scales, was that Talis and Agni got their military units buffed. So I've got a level 2 MU, and both of them are going to Thurunen. So I think we'll be okay.
Yeah. I need to do that more often. Like looking to getting my MUs buffed before I send them places.
Oh mate, it was the Embercast Cambion. Golden Horns.
Mr. Cambion. Mr.
Cambion, indeed. He was very kind. He not only paid for us to have it, but also because we had somewhere to be, jumped us up the queue. So sorry for people that we queue jumped. Love you all, and thank you so much to Mr. Cambion. But yeah, I had a great weekend.
It was great. I mean, there's a couple of things I forgot to mention on the Saturday episode about people coming up and talking to me.
Yeah.
One of which was before my death was Austin of the Embercast.
Oh.
Sort of thanking me for the advice I'd given him, because now he's adjunct to Cadwell.
Okay.
Because he approached me when I was my ambition guide, talking about what he wants to do and he wants to go for general. And I basically gave him the advice of like, what I suggest is don't go for general this time round.
Yeah.
Whoever wins it, offer to be their adjunct.
Yeah, I think you did talk about this with Ian.
Did I? I can't remember. I don't know if I talked about this during the episode or not.
Yeah, but
I did, cut it out.
It's but it's
yeah.
I think you don't notice how much of an effect your character has had on people until they die, right? Like we witnessed this with Gellert, didn't we?
Yeah, the amount of people, you don't realise how many people you have interacted with, because what you might say something slight in passing to someone, and to you it's just meh, but to them it's actually that's quite big. Yeah,
it can be something that someone formulates their entire character on, can't it?
Yeah. So I know, obviously, I don't know if you remember John Fresher, Marcher, who died earlier this year.
No.
I first met him at a player event.
Oh.
And I was talking about how sometimes it is worth doing Rivers Run Red on your own territories.
Oh my god.
And he was from a Marcher territory that had that run on it. So yeah, just having a massive debate at this player event with him about it. And it became sort of an ongoing thing where we'd often just talk about this sort of stuff. And he came around to our side of thinking about it. It's like, yeah, sometimes it makes sense to do this. It's like, yeah, we're shooting ourselves in the foot, but actually, it's in the long run, it's like, well, scorched earth, fuck you.
I mean, that's pretty fair. Yeah, I think it's going to be good. I'm excited. Yeah. I've said it so many times. I am excited. It's my go-to phrase.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird.
In between, have you got any plans to do anything for your new character in between E3 and E4?
I need to get changeling horns. That's one thing I need to do.
Oh, you're going to be a changeling?
I am, and I'm going to be playing one hell of a flirty changeling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be exciting.
Yeah. Just going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've got a few things going on between now and then. Where we've got Oasis, which at time of recording is less than a week away.
Yep. In fact, this time next week I should probably be home from Oasis.
Yeah. No, because it's only Saturday.
It's only Saturday. Fuck me.
Yeah. So we'll be living up our best filmmakers lifestyle. Yeah. I am Empire snobs. Close your ears and avert your eyes. I'm going to Curious Pastimes.
Ooh.
Yeah, I wanted to. That's 23rd. It's the bank holiday, so it's a 4-day LARP.
Oh.
And I'm excited to try it. I've heard good things about CP. I'm not someone that's like, well, this system's better than the other system. But given that we're about to go into a year where we've got 4 massive fest LARPs with Lorien Trust, CP, Empire, and Menhirs, and then I think, does Beyond Ragnarok count as a fest LARP? I can't remember.
I'm not sure. It's only I think it's on the bottom end of a fest LARP if it is.
But either way, we're on that strange little cusp transition period, aren't we? So I want to try it, and plus the campsite where it is about 10 minutes away from my house. So
bully for you.
I know. So I should have started doing CP before I even did Empire.
You don't even need to actually go camping. You could just
oh my god, no, because I like drinking
LARP,
too
come
much.
Home.
I like drinking at LARP too much.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm going to go be a break from character tradition. I'm going to go be a scribe. For a powerful family.
Don't typecast yourself, Millie.
No, but I'm also going into the magic game as well, because like I was reading up about the magic game within CP, and I think it's actually quite interesting. And the spells sound really fucking fun. So I'm going to try that. And then I've got a couple of horror LARPs. I've got Eldritch coming up, which is Call of Cthulhu style.
Oh yeah, I'm going to be talking about that one.
Yeah, so I'm going on that one, and then it's E4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's going to be here in no time.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh, and obviously, I unfortunately wasn't able to get tickets for Nightmare. I'm on the wait list.
Yeah. When is Nightmare? It's in November, right?
Yeah, it's November, and if I do manage to get tickets for it, I won't be able to make it till late on the Friday.
Yeah, there's the.
I'll be doing a Millie.
Well, good luck. To be fair, getting to ILARP late is not so bad because time ends like 9 o'clock.
Yeah, but I mean, I forgot I had tickets to a comedy show on the Friday night.
Oh shit! You're going to be really late.
Yeah.
Oh well. Well, I'm sure you'll get tickets. It'll be fun. And either way, and
hopefully.
Then I'll look after your Remy for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then it's all go. And then my last event of the year is Portents.
Ooh.
We're coming to the end.
Yeah.
It's scary. Like a lot of people that I know that only really go to Empire, they're saying that their event calendar is almost over, and it's all getting really sad.
Yeah, it's. I mean, there's the player event obviously in York as well for.
Oh yeah,
being done by Larps and Tarps.
Yeah, which I can't go to anymore.
Why not?
I am going to Comic-Con.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the same weekend, annoyingly. But yeah, there's.
I'm not going to know anyone there apart from Larps and Tarps, am I?
No, you're going to know loads of people because do you know what you do?
What?
You walk up to a group of people. You go, "Do I know you?" And then you meet loads of people. That's how Agni gets around. Challenge random strangers. No, challenge random strangers to either a thumb wrestle, a staring contest, or ask them what's in their tankard, and you become fast friends very quickly.
Right. Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but I'm as we said before, I'm excited. I'm excited to meet your new character. We're going to do your telling, so we've got Gaius' telling in E4. Which, now that you've fucked off and died, I have to lead.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll deal with it.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be good.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
I want to say a quick shout out as well to all of our Patreons, all of our commenters, anybody who listens to this podcast. You're all amazing. And in particular, our newest Patreon member, Annabelle Conway. Thank you so much for supporting us all the way from Australia. So thank you so much. It's actually insane looking at the statistics of who's listening and where on this podcast. I see you people in Sweden, Ireland, Norway, Netherlands, Australia, Denmark, Japan, France, Switzerland, Spain, Italy, Portugal, Iceland, and Poland. One person in both Iceland and Poland. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. We love you all.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much.
There's only one thing left to say, though, Bung. Strength to the Empire.
Strength to Navarre. Coughs up more blood.
No!